why Leos. Again, the Leos got skipped. Well, you weren't the only ones. Scorpio got skipped. And not only did Scorpio get skipped, but I started talking to them like they were Cancer. I don't know if that's a message in itself. Has a Cancer in someone, has a Scorpion in someone's life been like a Cancer? Ooh, and I don't mean the sign. Cancer is something that eats you up from inside, right? Oh God, there's so many different yucky messages. I don't want to think about it. Okay, so here's the deal. You guys got skipped, and I didn't give Scorpio an opportunity to choose, which is interesting because normally we got to choose items. But I guess I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to choose. That's a message too. Listen to everything that I'm saying. There's messages in all of it. Today's a different way of reading as well. We're reading a story and we're reading pictures. So the items that you can choose from are the bumblebee. Do you know that the bumblebee is now on the endangered list? And I noticed during the reading for Scorpio that this bumblebee's got green eyes. Has there been somebody jealous? Or is this love? She ain't real. She ain't gonna be here and love you like I will. So somebody's got jealousy issues, right? She's a stranger. You and I have history, don't you remember? But you know what? A bumblebee doesn't sting. The bumblebee is beautiful, and they get busy and they get after the honey. So that's what the bumblebee is representative of, as well as sweet victory. But you're not going to be victorious if you come from a place of jealousy, are you? So then we have the green Aventurine Pendulum. Woo! There's all kinds of amazing messages with the Aventurine Pendulum. The pendulum is how we ask ourselves intuitively, yes or no. So let me ask this question right now. Okay. Show me a yes. Clear, please. Thank you. Show me a no. You gotta let it slow down before we can go to no. Show me a no, please. Okay, so no is side to side. Yes is front ways. Okay, so I want to know, Leos, clear. Do we have an issue with jealousy here? Show me a yes or no. Is there an issue with jealousy with the Scorpio message? Not Scorpio, Leo. What's with Scorpio and Leo? Clear. Thank you. Is there an issue with Leos and jealousy? Well, that's kind of broad, right? Because how many Leos are there in the world? So is that's clearly a subject we need to discuss today? Is that what we need to discuss? Jealousy? Yes, clearly. It wouldn't have come up. Is there a possibility that this jealousy has to do with a Scorpio? No, and it's really big, actually. It's not a Scorpio. Who do we want to find out who it is? I do. Okay, we're going to have to go. Is it, this jealousy, does it have to do with a fire sign? Yes. Okay, well, you're a fire sign. Is it involving another fire sign? No, and that's pretty loud. Is it a water sign? The jealousy, does it have to do with a water sign? It does, but it's not a Scorpio. Is it the jealousy, is it to do with a Cancer? That's why I called you Cancer. Wow. There we go. All right. So you choose between the Aventurine Pendulum or the Bumblebee. Song right now. Lately I've been thinking I want you to be happier. So because I'm giving you a choice, I'm going to have to do the reading in a little bit of a different fashion. I was using a book, a picture book, and it's a storybook. And I was allowing myself through kinesiology to find out who it is or which page or where we're at. Okay, so for those who chose the Aventurine Pendulum, this is the book. Isn't it beautiful? Harmonic Hart Visions of Goddesses, Angels, Mermaids, and Fairy Tales. I got this when I was up in Boulder Creek. Let me turn my work line off just in case I don't need to get interrupted, because I've had to do so many readings today because of these skips. But I don't think they're skips. They're always, it's always on for a reason, right? There's always a reason. Scorpios and Leos needed to be separated. And Cancers apparently too, right? Okay. Well, for some reason we opened up to the back. Oh no, we opened up to here. Okay, hold on. So we opened up to the back pages. So we got to figure out if the left side or the right side. Well, I'm looking at the right, so it's the right side. So, so this is the side of wisdom. This is truth and vanity. So maybe one of these will be for the next one, but for wisdom. So we have to ask, where is it going to be now? Shylala's Sacred Spring. This is Julia Pfeiffer State Park. Shylala's Sacred Spring. 27. Interesting. 2 and 7 is 9. You've got everything you need to move forward on your spiritually illuminated path, light worker. Stop procrastinating. Get going. 27. I feel that you will be happier, so I will go. Ooh. Wow. Okay, so this is your picture. I'll hold this up and allow you to look at the picture as I read this poem to you. Shylas Sacred Spring. Even though the sunset hurriedly holds the same saturated shades as sunrise, one will hide in a prism of darkness, while the other traverse towards the light. Hold on. Let's turn this down. We already know somebody wants somebody else happy, so they're going to leave. We already know we've got issues with jealousy, but we don't need this to interrupt as we read. Let's start again. Shylas Sacred Spring. Even though the sun set hurriedly holds the same saturated shades as sunrise, one will hide in a prism of darkness, while the other traverses toward the light. Before spirit aspires for this light, sorrow's black hole of gravity must cease. When intense tears of eulogy are shed, they channel into this river's release. Meandering nearby Ephesian fields, then wept within the weeping waterfall to commune with its purifying pool. Encased inside every tearing drop resides each melancholy memory, which satisfies this sacred spring's solace. As guards of this pool of relinquished rue, Shylas sensually wakes the waters, watching, aware of liquid sensations, awaiting the misty-eyed mourners, to solemnly surrender their sorrow and to mine their own mournful memories, still maintaining their love's image in mind and enchanting their eternal essence. Once all the tears are held by her presence, she sings, summoning songs to each lost soul, giving the guiding gift of her offering to wade within their own memorial, wherein their drenched soul spirit will emerge with blossoming angel's wings, revealing that sorrow shared is sorrow relieved, and happiness shared is happiness relived. Okay, well, we began with jealousy. Then we began with, I've been thinking lately that you would be happier. I want you to be happier, and so I'll go. I will leave. So there's sorrow. Someone's leaving. There's sadness in that. But there was also sadness in them together, because someone was leaving and they felt it was better to leave than to stay in the situation. So this is bringing forward a blessing and a release of the sadness, allowing your tears to fall, mournful tears, and changing them into happiness. And when you share it with someone else who is this spirit that's coming forward to help you with the release of it, it's easier when shared. I'm noticing the swallows. Swallows are harbingers of spring. They're talking about hope. And you're looking at the moon. I see the moon up here. So secrets may have come out, and that's why someone is speaking their truth, and they're actually leaving. And so this is a time of sadness. But there's a lot of beauty here. You have to allow yourself to feel your emotions, and Spirit's helping you work through your emotions. But I also see here the V in the birds flying together, but the V symbolizing victory. So after you've allowed yourself to feel your emotions, recognizing that Spirit is there to share it, and you may have others there to share it, you're moving forward. Now, I'm not going to read the entire picture. I'm going to wait, and I'm going to see what message comes up as far as power animals and how this applies to Leos. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Leos. For those who chose the Aventurine crystal, wait till Scorpio finds out you guys got choices, which means you get 2 messages. They're going to be pissed. Correct for neutrality. Aventurine. Leos. So, this is a card that came out for one of the other messages, and I can't remember who it was. But when I looked upon it, the first thing I thought was this little masked bandit, right? You think of the raccoons, they work in night. You know, they're thieves. They steal. They're very nimble. They're very dexterous. Their hands are like human hands. They know what to do. They're very smart. They're very intelligent. They get a bum rap. I think they're adorable. They're definitely, gosh, this one looks like Willow. Looks like my cat, her face. And yet it's got the body of Liger, my magical, mystical creature who is half lion, half tiger, looking at the tiger tail. I've just figured this out between, I didn't get this before. I'm seeing Willow's face, and I'm seeing the tiger tail and the body of a bear. Interesting. Tiger's got you by the tail. So, there's sadness. And there is melancholy. You've been hiding out. You've been possibly wearing in the night, right? They don't come out. Willow doesn't come out. She hides during the day. Her owner has passed. And she's been sad. And she comes out at night when she feels safer. They come out at night when they feel safer. So Spirit's asking you to come out. Don't stay in that misty mourning place. They're asking you to surrender your sorrow and let go of the sad memories. Maybe you're holding on to sadness and you need to let go of it. Allow your tears to fall, but don't get stuck in that place because you'll find yourself forever lost there. I'm saying to Willow, she needs to stop. She needs to, come out. She was living with an older woman, and the older woman clearly was in a darkened room, and she died. And she stayed on the bed with the older woman, and now she lives here, and she lives on my bed. She's only just today ventured off the bed, but she pretty much lives on the bed, and only at nighttime does she come out because she's a nocturnal animal, where she feels safe. So maybe you feel safe in the darkness. Maybe you feel safe hiding yourself in the darkness. Maybe you don't feel that you have the ability to move forward, but Spirit says you've got all the resources you need. You've got everything you need in front of you in order to move forward. I know that this is for Leo because I just was literally shown the image of a lion. So just double emphasis on this particular message. Spirit wants you to stay away from the drama. Stop creating the drama. You're creating the drama for yourself. You're reliving the sadness. You're going over it and over it and over it. Stop worrying about what's coming and what is to come. If you've lost a love, don't worry that love will come forward because you are going to be victorious. We've got butterflies. How many butterflies? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4 butterflies. There are angels all around you. You're completely guided, protected, and loved. How many dragonflies? 1, 2, 3. 3. The ascended masters, but also full circle completion. Also, 3 is unity, and it's a very, very powerful number for feminine energy. It's the feminine power energy. And I'm noticing this, I don't know what this is, a dragon of some sort, a water dragon. So tame your dragon, your emotional waters. Tame your dragon. Get yourself under control, and remember, there is hope for a new beginning for you because this is two swallows. Tap into your intuition, your feminine energy. Allow yourself to be nurtured by Spirit. This is a loving energy that wants to take care of you. But don't hold on to the sadness. And whatever it is, if it's not a relationship, if it's someone that has passed in your life, you can't hold on to them either. They're gone. But their spirit will forever be with you. So allow yourself to come out. It's not wrong to live your life and move forward. And if you're worrying about what's coming in your future, that's not going to be a problem, Spirit says. If you're worrying about what will I have, maybe this was a breadwinner that has passed on, or maybe you broke up with someone and now you're in a financially difficult situation, or maybe they've broken up with you. How am I going to live? How am I going to handle this? And Spirit says you've got all the resources that you need. So stop creating drama, worrying about whether you're going to have enough tomorrow, the next week. You're going to have enough. You might have to dig around and forage around and figure things out, but Spirit will show you what to do. They're telling you, this is your message, to not worry. You really don't have a problem to worry about. So if you're looking for hunches, if you're looking for clues as to maybe projects or where to move forward, sometimes if you look back in the same spot you looked before, you find it now, if your mind is open. They don't want you to move forward out of fear. They don't want you to move forward in the dark, blindly, right? Listen to the intuition. Listen, pay attention, tap into this intuition. What is your higher self telling you? What are the messages that Spirit is giving you? The messages here are, if you're sad, allow the sadness to pass. Don't get stuck there. If you're feeling like you're a lost soul, you're not. If you're feeling like love won't come forward, again, it will. There's a partnership. This is also a message from someone that is part of that they're safe and they're watching over you. If you're worrying about work or finances, Spirit says you've got enough to get forward. Don't panic. And if you don't figure things out right away, the first, second, or third step, don't give up, right? This is about using your ingenuity, being clever like the raccoon is. It's about being stealthy too. So sometimes you got to keep things under wrap. Just don't go forward in fear, because fear is false evidence appearing real. They want you to relax and realize that what you need is going to show up when you need it to show up. Relax in these emotional waters. Look at the beautiful jacaranda tree. Jacaranda. Let's see, what is the meaning for jacaranda? Jacaranda meaning. Well, purple's a spiritual color, so meaning of the jacaranda tree. Why do I need that for you? So it thrives in tropical climates. So it will do well in the emotional waters. As far as how interesting. The woman who was actually mistress of the moon descended from this tree, sharing her knowledge. Having fulfilled her mission, she returned back to the tree, adorned in jacaranda blooms, and ascended to heavens where she united with her soulmate. So if you've lost your mate, this is a message from your mate. Wow. It's the moon goddess, known for wisdom. So again, tapping into your feminine energy. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's your message. And for those who chose the big fat bumblebee, we're going to go to a different message. Shh. Don't tell everybody that you guys got so much more. Correct for neutrality. This one. For those who chose the bumblebee, I'll let you look at the picture. Let me zoom out. Hold it about there, right? Okay. Her Highness remained. Time it was to bless the spring with a fair. Fairies needed pixie dust to get there, just like a moth or a butterfly. It was needed to launch them in the sky. So the supreme sprite dispersed dazzling dust on wings powdered in pollen-laden lust, fashioning a frenzy of fearless flight that would christen them with the naked night. Only Fayette felt faint near this glitter, like some mite who got sour and then bit her. Although her flying fear made her shiver, the butterflies helped her cross the river. After each had passed to the other side, her Highness remained for more to provide. Yet a mist from her satchel was abound and caused her flight focus to lose some ground. Still near, she heard the Queen's cry of despair from the river into the air. Without help to fly and get back ashore, she fluttered faster than ever before. Over the hungry river's mouth she flew, forgetting fears to remind what she knew. With the faraway royal voice and dismay, it inspired the sprite of traits to portray. Tangled as the tail of the web was taut, in a black widow's web the queen was caught. Prepared to wrap up her plans for dinner, the widow approached, ready to spin her. Fayette acted fast, biting through the thread, freed her highness, and therefore they fled. Without her most powerful pixie high, the empress wondered why Fayette could fly. For Fayette flew from nowhere to now here, as she silenced echoes of future fear. Oh, I love it. Do you get it? She was afraid to fly, but when someone she loved was in danger, she forgot her fear and flew. Gosh, this is beautiful. Two sides of the river to cross. You see this little dragon go. This looks more like a, I don't know what this one is. It looks more like a cross between a moth and a grasshopper. It's interesting. This one is definitely a little dragon. The same colors as this moth. How interesting. And then the dragonflies, two of them. Dragonflies are telling you to hold on to your dreams. One swallow. One swallow. When spring is beginning, the swallows are about summer, the beginning of summer, but they send out one. When you see one swallow, it tells you that it's not quite ready yet. Whatever it is not quite ready for you yet. It's going to be coming soon, but something is not ready. And somebody has had fear to fly forward in some situation, but assisted by another, they forgot their fear and went and cared for someone who was in trouble of their own. Let's see what the message is and how this can apply. Correct for neutrality. This makes me work a lot. Because I've got to read the picture, listen to the story, and then understand the message. Correct for neutrality on all levels. And it should be making you work as well. Because as I'm speaking, you should be bringing forward your own intuition and figuring out messages for yourself. I listen after I do other readings, and I find all kinds of messages afterwards. So for those who chose the Bumblebee. Oh, hold on. Sorry. That's interesting. So the last time I said, why did my camera fall? And they said, because we weren't able to see your cards. So I needed to reposition it. It was interesting because it was just the beginning. But why did they fall why did the camera fall right then? What did I say? I need to put lotion on my hands because I dropped all the cards. I dropped all the cards. Somebody dropped their cards. Play the hand you're dealt. Play the hand you're dealt. Okay, so it's the one on the top. Rabbit, fertility, creativity. So, someone's afraid to move forward. But they lost their fear when there was someone else that they cared about that was in trouble, right? So there could be something to do with coming to someone else's aid at work. Somebody, or I don't know, I'm saying work because of creativity. Somebody could have been in trouble at work and standing in your integrity and your truth, you lose your fear and you step forward and speak your truth, or you act. There's one message. Another is, a rabbit is often very timid, right? They startle very easily. So you may be afraid to move forward, but Spirit says lose your fear. The ones that you may need to help, the ones that might be in danger, are your family. Maybe your family needs you to move forward and be strong, right? As far as work's concerned, you're feeling over your head. You're feeling nervous about moving forward, but you've got people to take care of. I've been in situations before that were very, very scary, and I had kids that I had to take care of, and I didn't have time. I didn't have time to have a breakdown. I didn't have time to worry. And I even went to my grandmother and said, I want to go into my head and just have a breakdown. People do it all the time. And she said, yeah, well, we're not made that way. You have 2 children to take care of. So have a good cry, get it out, and then move on. And that's what I did. So right now, Spirit is telling you, there's a fear Sometimes there's just a fear of moving forward, but your creativity is at peak. So whether you have a fear of moving forward or whether you have a motivation to move forward because of ones that you care for, it's about moving forward and recognizing that you've got the ability. Other messages is this speaks about fertility. So, fertility. Fertilities, Leos. Play the cards you're dealt. Somebody dropped the cards. Play the card you're dealt. So somebody may have broken up with you. And you need to move forward and play the cards you're dealt. Did you drop something? Did you drop a project out of fear? Play the cards you're dealt. Did you drop a dream out of fear? Play the cards you're dealt. But what it was the cards all dropped. And I said, oh, let me go get lotion on my hands. I was going to choose again. And Spirit said, no, play the card you're dealt. So you may be in a situation that's fearful for you. And Spirit says, we want you to move through it. We want you to not look outside of the situation, but recognize it is what it is, not what you want. You need to play the cards that are dealt in front of you right now. That is what the fact is. That is what the reality is. It isn't necessarily what you want it to be. It is what it is. And those are the cards that you've been dealt, and that's what you need to play. Now, as far as your fertility and as far as your creativity, there are things that we all want to do, but maybe we haven't done, or maybe we haven't finished something. Is there something that you began that you let go of? A dream that you let go of, as I said, from fear? Did you begin something and it got scary, so you pulled back? Dragonflies are telling you to hold on to your dreams. The dragon, mastering your fear, is the dragon, right? Get a hold of your fear. Master the dragon. Come out of your emotional waters and fly. There's hope. It may not be time to fly for something. Remember the situation. Play the cards that you're dealt, not the ones that you want. So maybe what you want isn't quite ready for you yet. But move forward with what you have. Don't let go of your dream. It may be that what you reached for wasn't for you. That wasn't ready for you. But there's something coming. There will be victory for you. You have to lose your fear. You got to face what's in your emotional waters. Come out on the shore, dry out, let your tears fall. Bucket up, recognize you're supported. You've got the ability. You will move forward. It may not be with what you wanted. It may be something else. But don't let go of your dream just because something went sideways. What are you passionate about? Go after what you're passionate about. Spirit says you're spending a lot of time on things that don't really matter. And they want you to focus more, your creative abilities. You're spending too much time in fear, or you're spending too much time... Okay, I heard it, so I got to say it. You got to spend too much time... You've spent too much time thinking about yourself. This one went to the aid of another. It wasn't all about you. Sometimes it's not all about you. Sometimes there is a sacrifice. And sometimes we have to forget our own fear and move forward in order to help others. Sometimes it's about delayed gratification. It comes at a later time. That's what I get for you guys. That's what I get. So if you've been spending your time frittering it away on other things, or focusing on your sadness, or focusing on unimportant things, Spirit says, use the time wisely right now. And what is it that you're passionate about? Your fertility, your creativity is at peak. It may not be what you wanted, but there is the ability for you to create something amazing if you let go of the fear. So focus on your dream. Play the cards that you've been dealt. Don't be reaching for what through a situation that you want it to be that isn't present. And for the things that are out of reach right now, recognize that the bumblebee says, get busy and get after the honey, and victory will be yours. If you go after what you love and you're passionate about what you are creating, you will be successful, but only if you move forward past the fear. All right, there's your reading, you guys. Love you.